Hello my friends, Katie here, and today we're going to be doing a free flow all about releasing the feelings that come along when we're feeling very impatient. So maybe we're working on something, we're working on our health journey, we're working on conception, we're working on a big project for work, whatever it may be, we're working towards something and it's just not coming to us as quickly as we hope. And we're feeling really impatient. And that brings on feelings of frustration and anger and all sorts of uncomfortable feelings. We just want to stomp our feet until we get what we want. We're just no longer want to wait. So today's practice is releasing some of that frustration, that anger, and coming into a place of patience and understanding and knowing that it will come to us when it's ready. So we just have to prepare our bodies energetically so when it's ready to get here, we are ready to receive it. So if that sounds good to you, go ahead and find a quiet place to practice. Let's get our minds calm, our bodies relaxed, and let's get our energy flowing. We're going to begin by stretching to open everything up so that we can get the energy and the emotions and everything moving through the body. So coming into a lunge position, we're going to inhale as we stretch out and exhale as we float back. Inhale forward, stretching up your arm, elongating the side body, and exhale back. Just feeling a nice stretch, not doing anything to hurt yourself. Just opening up the sides of the body. And one more. Loading your arm down, turning your feet so they're facing outwards, and just hinging at the hips, floating down. Hands onto the floor if you can reach. If not, go ahead and place them on your ankles. And we'll just hang here for a second. You can walk over to your right foot, left foot, whatever works for you. And then walk across back over to the opposite foot. And back to center, bending at the knees, and slowly rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae, switching to the other side, inhaling, stretching up, and exhaling, floating back. And exhale back. Feeling the stretch through the sides of the body, through the arms, the shoulders. And one more time. And turning your feet forward and heel toe yourself in, back to center. Go ahead and clasp your fingers together, stretching up and slightly to the side. Really wanting to open the side body today because we're going to be working on the liver meridian, which runs along the side of the body. Just getting a lot of blood flow and oxygen there. Inhaling, stretching up, and exhaling to the side. One more time, inhale up, and exhale. Letting this one arm kind of pull the other one back so you get a deeper stretch. And exhale. Allowing your arms to float down, giving yourself a little shake. You should feel nice and open now. Letting out a little sigh of release. And we're going to begin with some tapping. But before we begin, I want you to think of whatever it is that you are working towards that's taking longer than expected and making you feel a little impatient. So like I said before, maybe it's making you feel frustrated and angry because you're giving it all that you got. You feel like you're giving it 100%, but you're just not seeing any progress. Again, this could be something you're working towards for your health. This could be something you're working towards for work. Whatever it may be, I want you to think very specifically about one specific thing that you're working for. So again, the more, not to get specific too much, but the more specific you are, the more that you could picture this one thing and feel the emotions that come to surface when you think of this one thing. the better you can at releasing it. So really in your mind, visualize you're working towards it, and seeing nothing come of it. So what emotions do you feel? Where do you feel them in the body? Just tap into those emotions so that we can bring them to the surface and release them. So just go ahead and take a second, find your specific little thing that you want to release today. You can release more as you repeat this video, but we're going to just do one thing today. So get it into your mind, pull it to your front vision. Once you have it, I want you on a scale from 1 to 10, rate it on the intensity. So 10 being very intense, you're very frustrated and very angry because nothing's coming of it, and 0 would be like you feel like things are moving about, you're feeling good about it. So hopefully it's on the upper side of things, because if not, you don't really need to do this video. So go ahead and get there. Once you're feeling it, we're gonna start tapping. So make a mental note of that. Don't forget that number. It's really important to come back after the video. So starting on the side of the hand, and you can switch the wording if needed. You can put in, I'm gonna just say this thing. You could put in whatever it is that you're working on. You can just kind of put it in the blank, but I'm just making this very general. So go along with me and tap where I tap and repeat after me. Even though I'm feeling so impatient, I'm working so hard towards this thing and seeing little to no progress. I choose to love, honor, and accept how I feel. Even though I feel so impatient, I just want this thing to happen. I've been putting in so much work, and I'm so frustrated that I'm seeing little to no progress. I choose to love, honor, and accept how I feel anyways. Even though this thing is causing me great frustration and anger, I just want it to happen already. I want it to be here. I'm sick of waiting. And I'm feeling extremely impatient. My inner child is stomping its feet because it's sick of waiting. Even though I am feeling so impatient, I choose to love, honor, and accept how I feel anyways. Inner eye, feeling so impatient. Outer eye, I feel like all this work is never going to pay off. Under eye, and it's making me feel frustrated and angry. Upper lip, I feel like stomping my feet and screaming. Chin, when are you going to get here? Collarbone, I am so sick and tired of waiting. Side of the body, I feel like if I have to wait another day, I may just explode. Top of the head, feeling so impatient. Hand on the wrist, deep breath in. Let it go. Now we're gonna do a little shaking, so just a light bend in the knees, just bouncing, letting your arms, the upper half of your body just go limp, And just shaking out all of that frustration, the anger, the impatientness, I don't know if that's a word, and shaking from side to side. So getting your mind off of what we're shaking towards, or what we're working towards, shaking towards, what we're working on, and just kind of focusing on just shaking. So you could breathe in and letting out a so letting the breath move the energy as well. And just focusing on your breath and the movement. Raising your hands up and down, side to side. A few more times. Smile a little bit. And relaxing, coming back to center. And just go ahead and think about that thing one more time. Bring it to your front vision. I'm a little sick, so my words are not coming to me greatly today. So just bring it to your mind again. See how that brings up the emotions. Do they still feel as intense? Do you still feel really frustrated and angry when you think about it? Is it making you feel like stomping your feet? So go ahead and think about it. And we'll begin tapping. Inner eye, still feeling all this frustration and anger. Outer eye, because I'm still sick of waiting. Under eye, feel like I'm doing all this work. Upper lip, and it's never gonna get here. Chin, and I still want to stomp my feet and scream. Collarbone, because I feel so impatient. And I want it now. Side of the body, I don't want to wait anymore. Top of the head, all this frustration and anger. Feeling impatient and wanting to get what I want when I want it. Hand on the wrist, deep breath into the nose and out. And back to that shaking, side to side again, focusing on the breath, breathing into the nose. Unless you're congested like me, then just kind of do what you can, but moving your breath through your body. Just imagine all the emotions you no longer want, just shaking them out of your body. So again, not specifically picturing what you're working towards, but just in general, just shaking all of that frustration and anger out. All right, and coming back to center, and again, taking a second, thinking about what it is that you're working towards, feeling its intensity. Does it feel a little less? And starting on the inner eye, maybe, just maybe, I can learn to be patient. Outer eye, that all this hard work, all this focus isn't wasted. Under eye, that this thing will come when I'm ready. Upper lip, so I choose to take this time to clear any blocks. Chin, remove any limitations. that are stopping this thing from coming my way. Collarbone, releasing this anger and frustration. Side of the body, because I know it's only doing harm. It's definitely not helping. Top of the head, and I choose to step into a place of patience, calmness, and acceptance that this thing will get here when it's time to get here. Hand on the wrist, deep breath in. Slow breath out. Beautiful, give yourself a little shake. And now we're gonna work on opening that liver meridian. So the liver meridian, it runs from about here, comes down into the center line, down the center, or the inside of the leg and off the big toe. And the liver meridian, when it's blocked or stagnant, it can hold you could have a lot of frustration, a lot of anger. You could feel very impatient. So we just wanna open up that meridian channel so we can stop feeling so overwhelmed and so overtaken by this fear and frustration, because like we said in the tapping, when you feel that energy, that is the energy that you're calling in. So the thing that you are just impatiently waiting for is going to be less likely to come into your existence. So let's just open up that meridian. So go ahead and stand with your feet together, hands just slightly at your waist. Feeling calm for a second, centered. You can take just a breath here. Stepping out, arms floating back, bending forward, swiping your hands up the inner thigh, up the top of the body along the liver meridian, coming back down to the center line, hands float up and coming back to center. So inhale, stepping to the other side, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, and inhale, arms back up. Exhale back to center. So really envision flushing out that liver meridian. And back to center. So inhale, exhale. Sliding up, pushing down as you exhale. Inhale up, exhale back to center. And exhale down, inhale, exhale, and exhale together. One more time on this side. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale, growing tall, stretching that meridian. Exhale, flushing, pushing down. And exhale, back to center. Stepping out a little bit wider, about shoulder width apart, slight bend in the knees, hands right at your waist. Taking a breath here for a second. Stepping out slightly wider, about slightly wider than shoulder width. Hopefully you can see me. I didn't make myself move up too far. About shoulder width. Having your hands come out like you're ballooning your body out, like you're holding a big ball inside your body. And inhale, coming to the side, lifting up on the toe, and exhaling back to center. So again, here we are elongating and stretching the liver meridian up the side of the body, but we're also pressing on our big toe. If you can see my feet, I'm pushing up with my one leg, pressing into that big toe, activating the liver meridian in that aspect as well. Exhaling and inhaling, exhale and inhale. You can also, as you're doing this, think of whatever it is that you are working on, that you're working towards, and just offering it up to the universe. Like your hand is just giving it to the universe, letting go of all that frustration and anger, those expectations, and offering it to the universe and letting them know that I'm ready and I'm here and I'm waiting. Whenever it's time, go ahead and let that thing manifest into my reality. But for now, I'm choosing to let it go. It's no longer going to hold space in my head, in my body. So inhale, just watch it float up into the atmosphere, letting the universe take charge, and knowing that when it's ready, it will come to you. Continue working on it and doing what you've been doing, but just let go of that anger and that frustration and that inner child stomping your feet mentality. Just coming into a place of peace and knowing that it will come when it's ready. Knowing that you don't always have control, so letting go of that control. Just a few more times. Just getting into a nice flow. One more time, inhaling. Watching it floating up. Exhale. Inhale, letting go of what you can't control. And coming back to center. Placing your hands on your lower dantian, so your feet shoulder width apart, slight bend in the knees, tailbone tucked, elongating the spine, crown of the head, up towards the heavens, just like you're a pillar, a beacon between the earth and heaven. Placing your hands on your lower dantian, gathering all the energy we've just created. Just really seeing your body now in a different light. All that frustration, that anger has dissipated. You're just in that receiving mode. Because like I said over and over again, when you're in that place of anger and frustration, whatever you're working towards is less likely to come into your existence. So you need to just let go, be at peace with it, and know that it will come when it's time. As hard as it is to wait sometimes we do have to wait. So letting your clear, open body connect to the heavens and the earth. Standing like a pillar, taking a few breaths in and out. One more in and out. Little rotation over your lower dantian, lock everything in. Inhale and release. All right, my friends, hopefully that shifted some things for you. I'd like you to go back to whatever it is that you are working towards. Think about it in your mind. Does it still feel as intense as it did at the beginning of this video? If it went down some, please let me know. If it has shifted in any way, if you're looking at it in a different state of mind, I'd love to hear as well. And I will be back to share more with you guys again next week. Take care. Bye.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss out on new videos. Also, check out opalroots.com for more information and fun and alternative ways to heal.